A transfer of rulership is coming, and the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Righteousness will be spread throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Wickedness will be put down.
The Lord promised better things for us, okay? Because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has a favorite people. And He's going to give this favorite people a heavenly kingdom. A kingdom that's blueprinted and formatted and patterned after His mind. How He want a kingdom to be.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing the word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. All right, and what I want to get into, today, is respond, to a dream, all right, that a sister had that she posted on the comment board. And when you go into the dream, it's a spirit, because I had just seen some videos, going into this, all right, because what we're seeing now is people are going into survival mode. Okay, so all the extras and the entertainment that people used to enjoy in Babylon, okay, well, these things are dwindling. All right, and now we're seeing things being cut out, people doing without. Okay. Starbucks is a luxury now. A fast food restaurant is a luxury now. Okay, because the elites, the Lord is using the elites, okay, to destroy, all right, this system, to dismantle this system, to put the squeeze on people, okay. So what we're seeing is people that once, enjoyed, the luxuries, the particular things of Babylon, people used to having, extra income left over after bills. Well, people are being priced out of living, okay, to the point that they can't afford, all right, their normalcy anymore. Okay, now when you go into the dream, it says on Shalom, I had a dream where I went to the grocery store for a few extra items, but the store was in chaos because nothing was left. I didn't panic as I knew what was going on in the dream. The only thing, all right, was Christmas decorations, all right, an aisle full of, okay, and that makes perfect sense. Pretty much this is a vision, okay, of what's to come. First, she, because I asked her, could I do a response to the dream, so she gave the go ahead. So let's go here. All right. When you go to Second Esdras, dealing with the empty shells, okay, I believe that's Second Esdras 6 and all right, Second Esdras 6 and 22, it says, and suddenly, all right, shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty. And that's these grocery stores, man. Okay, because we come to the time, people are going to start panic buying, because day for day, there's this anticipation on whether or not stamps are going to come out, so you have that looming, plus, people, are talking about doing bank runs, Okay, you have the bank, stopping people from doing, large withdrawals. Okay, so we're coming to a time where these people are going to loot, panic buy, all right, and these stores are going to be empty, and they're not going to be restocked. Okay, so she's having a vision of empty stores. Well, the prophecy said there's going to be empty storehouses, because those grocery stores are like storehouses for the things that are grown. Okay, mostly made in the lab. It's chemical food. Okay, but either way, the grocery stores are like storehouses. It's going to be empty. Okay, and then she said she's seen nothing but Christmas, all right, decorations on the aisle, because these things are going to be unimportant. See, these things, the entertainment in Babylon is going to be less important as these people go into survival mode. You see, people are worrying about essentials now. Like I say, people are getting, even with how people shop now, they say people are buying more, product with shelf life. People are buying what they call struggle meals so they can stretch it out. You see, this variety and abundance, era of Babylon is gone. You see? Because when you go here, let's go here to the book of Isaiah 19. Okay, as it speaks about, all right, the downfall of America, man. Which is making reference to, Egypt. Well, we know America is what? Spiritual Egypt. So let's go here. Isaiah 19:4. And it says, I will hand over, this in the NLT, I will hand Egypt over to a hard, cruel master. A fierce king will rule them, says the Lord of heaven's armies. The waters, all right, and see, this fierce king is Donald Trump, ain't no doubt. And he's the one that the elites are using to bring in what you call austere measures. Okay? Because it's by, these policies. Because, see, this shutdown has been way different than the last one. Okay? This one is doing way more damage. Okay? So, at the at the hands of this cruel king, okay, which is a puppet to do the bidding for the elites, Donald Trump, aka Nero, okay, America is going through rough times. Okay, and it's going to continue to get worse. It says the waters of the Nile will fail to rise and flood the fields. The riverbed will be parched and dry. Okay, because what you when you go into Egypt, one of the reasons they worship the Nile, because there was that flood that came from the Nile. That's what watered their crops, because they didn't get a lot of rain. Okay, so the flooding of the Nile, would water their crops for harvest. Well, see, those things are not coming. The harvest is not coming like it used to. That abundance, that America used to harvest, for its middle class and up, well, it's not coming. Okay, even it was abundance on those that had assistance, the lower class. Well, that abundance is not coming. Okay, it said the canals of the Nile will dry up, and the streams of Egypt will stink with rotten reeds and rushes, and all the greenery along the riverbank and all the crops along the river, will dry up, and blow away. The fishermen will lament for lack of work. Those who cast hooks into the Nile will groan, and those who use nets will lose heart. Yeah, because the job market is collapsing. Okay, a fisherman is likened into a profession. The job market is collapsing. Okay, people are they're casting their net trying to get a job. Nothing is coming in. Okay, you have people that say they put in hundreds of applications, man. Nothing. Okay, you see. So the what we're seeing is economy that's been intentionally dried up. Okay, and people are having to cut things off. Things that they normally do, they can't do anymore. Okay, it said their heart will be flax, all right, for the harvest, no thread for the weavers. They will be in despair, and all the workers will be sick at heart. Okay, and like I said, I just seen this video a couple of days, and I was going to do a response to the video, but the Spirit had me wait, So let's go here. All right, as you have people speaking about what? Counseling Christians.
Hello, my name's...
Now, Santa still comes. Christmas is canceled at our house this year.
Turn it up. But yeah, that's, there used to be a saying, counseling Christmas. All right, but now this is literal. Okay, so let's play this. All right, because she said she's seen what? Christmas. Okay, decorations on the aisle. Aisles full of Christmas decorations. Okay, showing you that normalcy is being stripped, and also the Lord is, all right, He's confounding these idols. All right, idolatry. You people can't afford to, reverence idolatry anymore as you used to. Okay, the Lord is cutting these things out. The elites are just a tool, okay, a temporary tool that's being used to bring the pain,
Christmas is canceled at our house this year. A couple of months ago, we told all of our friends and family that we will not be buying gifts for anybody this year, and we will not be accepting gifts from anybody this year. So to not buy us anything. If you absolutely must spend money on us, you can buy us household supplies, or you can pay a bill. That is all we will be accepting. I just saw the first post of the season about gift ideas for the hard to buy for a person in your life. It's not even Halloween. Why are we doing this every year? We don't need any of this. So we will still be decorating for Christmas and going to Christmas parties and doing whatever Christmassy things, but just no gifts. And I think a lot of people should be doing this. And I actually know a couple people who are doing this, and I love the idea. So it's not too late to tell all your friends and family not to buy you.
Christmas is canceled. It's a new...
Yeah, man. Okay, they can't do it. So let's go here. She said pay a bill for Christmas. All right. And this is under the presidency of Donald Trump. Okay, which they rallied behind this guy. Okay, as the great white hope. Okay, and 11 months later, and you niggas can't afford Christmas, man. And like I say, ultimately it's the Lord confounding, okay, the idols, man. All right, let's play this.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below.
And while we're on task, go ahead and cancel Christmas. Go on and start that family chat and let them know that you're not exchanging gifts this year. Hopefully everybody in your family is on board. And I know you're thinking about the kids. Well, Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to buy something for somebody, buy something small and local. Support a small retailer. But it's going to be Red Friday for these folks this year. Someone called it that in my chat. It says it's not going to be Black Friday this year. It need to be Red Friday. And I agree 100%. Hashtag Red Friday. But it's a good opportunity to teach your kids that freedom ain't free. And it's a conversation that need to be had because, somebody going to have to sacrifice and we're going to have to fight for this shit. So here we are. And those retailers, they're going to know. I know they're sitting on inventory from last winter. And guess what? They're going to have that same inventory next winter. It's seriously, let's do this. There were Christmases I had as a kid when my mom didn't have any money. She made us sweet potato pies. And that was fine. They were good. We were just as happy. We were like, who's in Whoville? And I think that's how it needs to be. If you want to do something, switch it up a little bit. Do some community service. Spend some time, serving in a soup kitchen as a family. Donate some money to a homeless shelter. Help somebody else this year and do something that really counts if you're going to do something. But if you buy something, please buy something small and local. Don't give these retailers nothing. We're not spending money. October, November, December, they make a whole lot of money off of us. And here's the time to teach them. We're not spending no money.
Now, while I do support this movement,
Yeah, so either, people are calling themselves boycotting the retailers, which the retailers have made, gazillions of dollars for decades. Okay, so you have, a lot of these CEOs, they good, so at the end of the day, they can close shop, still, be straight. So, but you have two perspectives. You have people that are doing so bad that they can't afford, like the first chick, she was like, nigga, pay a bill for Christmas. That's what she had with it. And then you have her perspective is they want to boycott these retail stores. Okay. As if that's gonna, affect them. Okay. And at the end of the day, this whole system is done. Okay, this whole system is done. All right, ran to the ground. All right, and the Lord is just confounding this place, and you people are being put to shame. You're being humbled and humiliated. Okay, because you gave all your trust to this place. Okay, and you people come up with these, boycotts. It's way too late for that. Okay, these people have gotten, I would say gazillions and billions and trillions of dollars. Okay. 3 months of low profit ain't gonna phase them. Now certain, locations are being brought out. People, are being, certain, companies are going under. Okay. But as far as, you affecting, the system of Edomite supremacy with boycotting, nah. Okay, but it's beautiful to see, all right, that this spirit, of the holidays, these wicked holidays, okay, are being quenched. The Lord is drowning it out, man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get this in the GNT, and we'll end it here. I'll make this super long, but this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and I started at 11. It says, and so the Most High's judgment will fall on pagan idols, because even though, come on, nigga. All right, this Wisdom of Solomon 14:11 in GNT. It says, and so the Most High's judgment will fall on pagan idols, because even though they are made from something the Most High created, they became horrible things that trap the souls of foolish people. Okay? And mainly you Israelites, you tribes. Okay? So for years, this has been, the staple of American culture, these wicked holidays. Okay? But now these things are being unaffordable. Okay? Or people are being disenchanted. Okay? And frustrated with this American economy. You see? And this is just a form of the Lord visiting, okay, the idols, okay, of the heathen, okay, which have been a major stumbling block to the tribes. And this is why the Lord is screwing America. That's even going to benefit the 2/3, because this system has them bad, and the 2/3 is going to be judged. All right, but they're going to come back, okay, into the kingdom through a righteous lineage with their people in power, and America won't exist. Okay, which ultimately represents all the heathen, okay, empires that, our people, love, Egypt, Babylon, okay, Assyria, you see. So the Lord's finna put an end, okay, to idolatry once and for all. Okay, and this is just a sign of what the Lord finna do on a much larger scale when He send Yahushua to judge. Okay, the entire earth, and mainly here in America. So that was the point. Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you sisters edified. Till the next time I say shalom. Kwame Yashala, Baba Baal Shalom.